Washington Pod presents EARL Nightingale.
Who succeeds in America and why? The person who succeeds in America is the person who sets his or her own wages, goals, and lifestyle. Successful people are those who discover that life is really quite ready and willing to meet their requirements. They set their incomes to meet their needs and wants through discovering within themselves a marketable factor and developing that factor to whatever degree necessary in order to derive the appropriate reward response. Unsuccessful people may be said to be those who make their lifestyles fit whatever wages they receive. They put themselves on the receiving end of things and have little to say about their own economic welfare. Successful people put themselves behind the wheel of their lives. The unsuccessful ride in the passenger seats. Almost everything has an economic base today. We're rewarded by the amount of money we receive for what we do. What we do in a free society and what we charge for what we do in a free society are largely matters of personal choice. If we find our best interests and opportunities for personal expression within the framework of a large corporation, we can so develop and apply ourselves as to reach whatever levels of accomplishment and reward we're willing to earn. It takes time to succeed, and it should. We need to earn our stripes through the daily passage of time and experience so that each successive step is accepted and applauded by those who've come to know us. Meaningful and richly rewarding journeys take time. They take preparation, careful planning, and as every seasoned traveler knows, they're subject to the vagaries of incident and the mistakes and inefficiencies of others along the way, and our own. But if the journey has its adventures and misadventures, it has a definite upward momentum, and there's no doubting its eventual destination. For that's the goal of the person in command. Each new upward step along the way prepares our resolute traveler for the next plateau. And if he or she does not lose the exciting vision of the goal to be reached, or meet with an untimely end, the silent tragedy of war and accident, the goal, with all the trimmings and more, will be his or hers. Remember Cervantes' words, "The journey is better than the inn." The journey is our life, our holiday on earth, our time here, as we successively set new goals or dive back into the great rivers of interest, or both. We receive what we fully expect to receive, and usually a good deal more. We become what we think about. We become successful to the extent of our true desires and determination, and we do so by building on our strong points, our fort. Incidentally, that's pronounced fort, never forte, as the uninformed would have us believe. Forte is an Italian musical term. What is your fort? You should know what it is by now. At what are you best? What gives you the most, the deepest satisfaction? Whatever that is can be honed to marketable proportions in some way and applied in service to others to earn you the rewards you seek and should have and will have. And that's your part of the bargain. No one's supposed to do that for you or hold your hand or rush to your aid every time you slip or fall back a little. That's the earning part that falls on each of us. There's help enough on every side if we're wise enough and energetic enough to make use of it, skills to hone. And there are the numerous people who do come to our aid once we're on course. But such people need not be sought nor importuned. They come of their own natural need, like magic, at just the right time. Events begin to fall into our lives like missing pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. They're the mark of a person with the attitude that tells the world he or she knows where he or she is going and fully expects to get there. They approach their commitments with intentionality and delight, as my friend Dr. Charles Garfield puts it in his book and cassette program on peak performers. The distinguished Dr. Abraham Maslow, former president of the American Psychological Association, put it this way: if you deliberately plan to be less than you are capable of being, then I warn you that you will be unhappy for the rest of your life. You'll be evading your own capacities, your own possibilities. And let me add this. If you think you can succeed in a large way and play it safe at the same time, you're sadly mistaken. Success takes risk. It takes full commitment. You go out on the limb, so to speak, and take your chances alone. The warm, comfortable, huddling masses must be left behind, along with the old neighborhood and the small dreams. Risk and success are at opposite ends of the same balancing beam. You cannot have one without the corresponding weight of the other. Risks up the ante, raises the green fee, and limits the membership, but it makes playing more fun and you seldom have to wait in line anymore. The late motion picture producer Mike Todd put it well. He said, "Being broke is a temporary situation. Being poor is a state of mind." Who has success in America, or Canada, Mexico, or Peru, or France, or West Germany, or Japan, or anywhere else? Those who have taken charge of their lives and are directing them to their own best use, whatever that is. Who does not have success? Those persons who have not taken charge of the direction of their lives, but have simply reacted to the environment in which they found themselves. They've simply become a part of it. Is success, as we've defined it here, worth the trouble, the effort, the commitment, the dedication, the perseverance? Yes. Yes, of course it's worth it. The time will pass anyway. Why not put it to constructive, productive use? Everyone benefits. Nobody loses. In every field of human endeavor, it's the successful men and women who make the important difference. They see growth and improvement as the natural order of things, and they can see themselves growing into new arenas of achievement and commensurate reward. "Only that day dawns to which we are awake," wrote Henry Thoreau. What a pity it is for a human being with a gift of consciousness to take life and all that's connected with life for granted, to live each day as his or her due, and quite likely find more to criticize than to be grateful for. Yet that's exactly how millions live out their lives. They often give the impression that they have a contract with forever, when it's really for only a handful of years. Why not give it all we have to give? Why not make a thorough exploration of ourselves, and by so doing find what it is we have to add to the quality somewhere, to make life better because we've made an appearance here, to serve in the way we think we can serve best. Besides, succeeding is so much fun, especially if it means moving several plateaus above the one on which you spent your youth. For one thing, it tells you you've done a better job of serving the community than your parents. That's progress. Perhaps your children will do a better job of it than you, and keep the ball rolling.